Welcome to the chapter Real Nature of Radiation and Matter. Students, today in the 8th lecture, we are continuing the problems solving of this chapter problem. So now, as we already had a question in the previous session and I had given a homework to you, I hope you have done it. Please check your answers with the solution. So here the question was like this. The wavelength of light from the spectral emission line of sodium is 589 nanometer. Then we need to find the kinetic energy of an electron and a neutron if the de Broglie wavelength is same. In that case, the given data were like this, and I had given you the hint how to solve by the help of solving formula. So formula I had given. So let us check whether you got the results like this or not. So first, for kinetic energy of an electron, when we use the formula kinetic energy is equal to h square divided by 2 lambda square and mass of the electron, then the answer was like this. Whether you are done or not, no matter, but please check this one and calculate once again if you are not done. So the answer was 6.96 into 10 to the power of minus 25 joules for electron, and similarly for neutron. Just here the question is for neutron. So the mass of neutron we have to insert in the formula, that is about 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So using that we are calculating. Again the answer for kinetic energy is 3.74 into 10 to the power of minus 28 joules. Okay students, we will continue with the next question in this session. That is question number 8. The threshold frequency of a certain metal is 3.3 into 10 to the power of 14 Hertz. If light of frequency 8.2 into 10 to the power of 14 Hertz is incident on the metal, predict the cutoff voltage for photoelectric emission. Given Planck's constant H is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules. So here prediction is there. Just don't predict, students. Please calculate and tell me the answer. Okay. So the question was, so in the question the given data were incident frequency and threshold frequency, and the cutoff voltage we had to find, and the formula which we can use here is E is equal to Q into V naught. That Q is nothing but electron, E into V naught. So by the help of kinetic energy formula, which is E V naught is equal to E minus of phi. So as we have the Einstein's equation, total energy is equal to the work function plus kinetic energy, right? So here just we have replaced it. E V naught is equal to E minus of phi. So using this rearrangement, we are arrived at a V naught is equal to H divided into bracket of nu minus nu naught whole divided by E, that is charge. So now we are using the formula and I will insert the values of given data, and I hope students the answer you can easily calculate, right? That is 202.74 volt will be the answer. Okay, you may get answer as 20.2 into 10 to the power of 1. So if you do calculate multiplication, we are arriving at this answer. So answer is 202.74 volts. Now the next question is, the work function of a certain metal is 4.2 electron volt. Will this metal give photoelectric emission for incident radiation of wavelength 330 nanometer? If the given data are charge of an electron is given, speed of the light is given, and Planck's constant is given, right? So the question is, already they have given a work function of a metal, right? But we have to find the work function, then we have to compare, and we can say if the calculated work function is greater than this one, then electron will emit out, right? If calculated work function is less than this 4.2, then it is less. But here they are given in terms of electron volt, so it is easy if we convert this in terms of joules. Okay students, shall we start? Because here H is there, no, that is in joules. That's why I am insisting in that way. Okay, so now we'll start the solution. We already know the photoelectric emission takes place only if energy of the incident photon is greater than the work function. Now we'll take all these given data and we have converted electron volt in terms of joules, okay, just by multiplying 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 with the given electron volt, and the answer is 6.72 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. So this phi naught, what it is nothing but the work function of that metal. Okay, 4.2 electron volt is there, that is actually in terms of joule we can say 6.72 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. Now this is one part, and the second part, as I told you, we need to calculate the phi naught by the given data, and whether that is equal or greater or less, then we have to compare it. Okay students, now we'll go with the incident energy. So incident energy is E is equal to hc divided by lambda. Here c is there, just we have c, h, lambda, all the given values. So if we use this one, then we are getting the answer. That is, have you calculated students? Okay, so I am giving a little bit time. Okay, now I am giving you the answer, that is 6.018 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. So what was our previous answer and this answer? Let us compare. So the energy is this much and work function, that energy is this much. So now tell me, the energy which we have calculated, it is 6.018 by the given data. That means the incident light photon, the incident light gives this much of energy. So the work function of that metal is how much? 6.72, right? So now tell me, whether work function is greater or lesser than the energy of this one? Definitely the work function is greater of that certain metal, and the light incidence energy is less than the work function. What happens? Definitely electron will not emit out. So that happens. An energy of incident photon is less than work function, therefore no photoelectric effect or no photoelectric emission takes place. Okay, now we'll go to the next question. Light of frequency 7.21 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz is incident on a metal surface. Electrons with a maximum speed of 6 into 10 to the power 15 meter per second are ejected from the surface. Then what is the threshold frequency for photoemission of electrons? So the given data is Planck's constant and mass of the electron. So the solution we are going to solve by the formula. These all given data, and the formula we are using is kinetic energy is equal to E minus Fi, as we already know it. Now kinetic energy is half into m into v square, but here it is maximum velocity square, is equal to energy h nu minus work function energy h nu naught. So threshold frequency is representing nu naught. Now we need to find this nu naught. Okay, so what to do? Take the right hand side nu naught into h, which is in negative, take it into left, it becomes positive, and left side LHS to RHS. Then we can rewrite the formula as nu naught is equal to nu minus of m into v square maximum divided by 2 times of h. So the formula is here and we are inserting the values. Okay students, now can you do calculation? Okay, I will wait for you. If you wish, you can pause. So how to solve this one? Those who will get trouble to solve, those who feel it is difficulty, just I will help you. So the first point, I will tell you to calculate this 9.1 into 6 divided by 2 into 6.63, but remember this is whole square. So this is 6 into 6, 36 into 9.1 divided by 2 into 6.63. Okay, you are getting some answer into 10 to the power of minus 31, 10 to the power of plus 10. if this denominator goes upside, we can say 10 to the power of plus 34. Okay students, so now you may get some answer here in terms of into 10 to the power of 14. So just 7.21 minus of that answer is 4.74 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. Have you got it? I hope all of you got the same answer. Okay students, now we will go with the next question. Light of wavelength 488 nanometer is produced by an argon laser which is used in the photoelectric effect. When light from this spectral line is incident on the cathode, the stopping potential of photoelectrons is 0.38 electron volt. So again they are given it is in terms of electron volt. Now find the work function of the material from which the cathode is made. So shall we start to solve this one? Okay, the given data are, it is in nanometer, so wavelength we are writing in 10 to the power of minus 9 meter, and stopping potential is V0, that is 0.38. Now constant Planck's is as 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So the work function already they are given how much? Whether they are given or not? No, work function is not given. That only we have to find, right? Find the work function of the material. Okay, now we will go with the photoelectric equation. Kinetic energy is equal to E minus of phi. Very good. Those who remember, good to you. So we can rearrange the formula and we can rewrite it as phi naught is equal to Hc divided by lambda minus of E into V naught. Okay, here C kahan se aaya? From where you got it? Just remember, in the previous year we studied that frequency into wavelength is equal to C, right? The speed of light in a vacuum, we had a formula. For all electromagnetic waves we are using this formula. C is equal to frequency into wavelength. Therefore, now we can rewrite the frequency in terms of C divided by lambda. So we are able to write it. Now we have all the data like this: H, C, lambda, E into V naught. So just insert the values and find it. So simple problems in physics, right? First point, read the question, take the given data, use the required formula and insert the values, calculate. You will definitely come with the results, right? So 6.63 into 3 divided by 488 into 1.6. First you calculate this one. Calculated. Okay. And write it into 10 to the power of, this is minus 34 plus 8. If this comes numerator, plus 9. If this comes numerator, plus 19. So you are getting some results, right? Then minus of 0.38. Then if you do subtract, then definitely you will be with the 2.1, maybe 6.9 you may get, but round off we have done it 2.17 electron volts. Yes students, so this is in terms of electron volt only. Now next question is, what is the de Broglie wavelength of a bullet of mass 0.040 kg traveling at the speed of 1 kilometer per second? Remember it is in kilometer. Next question, a ball of mass 0.060 kg moving at a speed of 1 meter per second and a dust particle of mass 1 into 10 to the power of minus 9 kg drifting with a speed of 2.2 meter per second. Okay, students, we already know some points about, just for curious. Can you see the wavelength of this bullet if it is moving with some 1 kilometer per second? No, because by comparing the wavelength of particles like electron and neutrons, if you compare the wavelength of bullet, it is very less. So we can say it is invisible, right? Okay, anyhow, we will try to solve the problem by the help of a formula lambda is equal to h divided by m into v. So h constant we have. Three questions are there. First we have to take the mass of bullet. Okay, it is the mass of bullet, that is 0.04 kg, and its velocity is how much? Its velocity is 1 kilometer per second. So it is in kilometer, just we need to calculate, convert into meter per second. So that also we have done here in terms of 10 to the power of 3. And now we will go with the answer 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 35 meter. Okay, this is the wavelength. So here 10 to the power of minus 35, it means 1.66 divided by 10. So like this 1 in, and you have to write 35 zeros. So 1.66 divided by 1 0 0 0 0 0 0, like that 35 times if you write. So you are getting some results. So practically, can you see that? Imagination only, you can't. Okay, that much of smaller. So how can we see the wavelength of that, right? So it is very difficult. That is what the de Broglie says. Okay, let us go with the second question about a ball of mass. So in this case, mass of ball is 0.060 and its velocity is 1 meter per second. So with the help of formula, we are inserting all these values and we will get the calculate. The wavelength is 1.1 into 10 to the power of minus 32 meter. Okay students, this is for wavelength of ball. And similarly, we will go with the dust particle also. Lambda is equal to h divided by m into v. So its mass is 1 point into 10 to the power of minus 9 kg and velocity is 2.2 meter per second. So I hope you can do it yourself. No need of showing this answer. But still, here calculated answers are there. You can check it. Now the question is, an electron and a photon each have a wavelength of 1 nanometer. Okay, then find their momentum. That means momentum and the energy of photon, second one, and the kinetic energy of electron we need to calculate. So each wavelength is how much? 1 nanometer, and we have to find these all remaining things. Shall we start, students? Okay, let us take this with given data. The formula is P is equal to h divided by lambda. So h is given and lambda also given. Okay. So the momentum of that electron is how much? Direct question. H divided by lambda. So what is the answer? Minus 25 kg. Okay. So the momentum is kg per meter second. Okay students, now we will go to the calculation of energy. But remember, here a small conversions are there. That is about energy of photon is there. So energy formula E is equal to hc divided by lambda. But remember, h is in terms of joules. So we can do calculation in terms of joules. But now, with this multiplication, we can simply write the formula hc divided by lambda. But the energy of h is in terms of joule second. Therefore, to convert it into electron volts, just we have divided by 1.6. Got it? And the answer is 43 electron volt. So, now we will go with the kinetic energy of electron, that is half into p square by mass. Again, we are using the values and half into p square, p 6.63 into 10 to the minus 25 whole square divided by mass. So, mass of an electron is here, answer is 1.52 electron volt. Now, we will go with the last question of this session. For what kinetic energy of a neutron will the associated de Broglie wavelength of 1.4 into 10 to the minus 10 meter? Okay, and also find the de Broglie wavelength of a neutron in the thermal equilibrium with matter having average kinetic energy. Here a new question is there. Please solve such questions because this is in thermal equilibrium. Okay, let us solve this also. We have the kinetic energy of 3 by 2 kT at 300 Kelvin as in the given question. Now the given data we are first writing h Planck's constant, mass of the neutron. Okay, now we will go with the 14th and last question of this session, that is, for what kinetic energy of a neutron will the associated de Broglie wavelength of 1.40 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, and also find the de Broglie wavelength of a neutron in thermal equilibrium matter having average kinetic energy of 3 by 2 kT at 300 Kelvin. So remember, this is for neutron and in thermal equilibrium of matter that is in terms of 300 Kelvin. So now the given data is H is there, mass of neutron is there, and the K kinetic energy is 1.38. This is in terms of joules per Kelvin. Okay. Now we will go with the formula for solution. First one, for de Broglie wavelength of a neutron. Okay. In case of just neutron, we are writing the formula H divided by root of 2 K into Mn. But we need to find for Mn. So we are taking the squaring and rearranging. We will get the kinetic energy K is equal to H square divided by 2 lambda square into Mn. So now we will insert the values, and the values are like this. I have inserted. Please do the calculation. Have you done it? Are you doing? Do it. Okay, please take a pause and do this calculation. But now I am giving you the answer, that is 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 21 joules. This is for simple neutron. But the second question is related to the de Broglie wavelength. Now the second question is related to the thermal equilibrium, the kinetic energy of neutron. So again we are using the formula kinetic energy in terms of thermal equilibrium, that is 3 by 2 into kT. So K represents the Boltzmann constant, T represents the temperature in terms of Kelvin, and if you do the multiplication 3 by 2 into this 1.38 into 300, we will get it in terms of joules. So the de Broglie wavelength for this thermal neutron is lambda is equal to H divided by root of 2 into K into M. Now actually we have the kinetic energy here in terms of joules, and we will insert this value here. Okay students, shall we? Okay, we are inserting this value in here under root. So now I hope you can do the calculation again. If you do this calculation, the result will be 1.45 into 10 to the power of minus 10, that is in terms of angstrom you can write it. Yes students, I hope all of you have done this, all the problems. Those who did not get solutions, please try it once again, you will get it. Okay, okay students, thank you. Now here we are concluding this chapter, and I am stopping the formulas also. Okay students, now we will stop the discussion of these problems, and I hope you will solve many more questions related to this chapter and in these formulae. Okay, thank you to all.